Hello students, let's continue our discussion. Let's introducing classes in Java. Just recall the classes and object concepts in C++, what you have studied in module 1. See, class is an abstract data type and object is nothing but an instance of the class, instance or a variable of the class. Here, the same concept is applicable but with respect to Java. We are going to discuss about the basics of class, that is a class declaration, its syntax, then members of the class, declaration of the members of the class. It can be a normal member or it can be a member function variable, I mean variable, or it can be a function. Along with it, we can even specify the access specifiers like private or public or even protected. Then to use the or to call the members of the class, we need to declare the object of it. That is nothing but we have to create an instance of the particular class. So we will be discussing about the mode of creation or method of creation of the object or instance of the class as well. You can see the definitions and all over here, which I have highlighted. See, instance of the class, it is mentioned here. Just go through these definitions and all. Here we have the general format. Of course, class is declared with the help of a keyword class. Okay. So it is there at page number 105 of the textbook what I have shared. If it is not visible, just refer to the textbook. Okay. So here is the syntax of the class. Class is a keyword followed by you have to mention the name of the class, whatever it can be. Then data type. Type stands for the data type. Instance, variable. Variable name. It can be anything. 1, 2 and so on. N number of variables are declared. Then n number of different methods are also declared over here. Say return type, method name, optional argument, as well as body of the method. Please remember, in case of Java, you don't have to terminate the class body with the help of the semicolon. Please remember, you don't have to terminate the class body by considering the semicolon, whereas it is required for our C++. Fine. An example is given, a simple class. So here is an example where box is the name of the class. Can go through. See, class box where 3 different variables are declared of type double, width, height and depth. Here it is. Then this is important, creation of the object. See, this is what the object creation step is. Hope it is visible. See, for object creation in C++, what we did, we mentioned the name of the class followed by name of the object. That's it. So in case of C++, if you are writing the same example, then object creation step will be, say, name of the class, that is a box, followed by name of the object. Name of the object can be anything. Let it be my box only, followed by semicolon. So this is what the syntax we follow in C++. But in case of Java, this is not sufficient, where you have to go for memory allocation explicitly. If you just declare this, then it is considered as a reference object only. It is not considered as an object. See, if you want to have the object, then set of memory blocks should be allotted for it, and the memory allocation is done with the help of new operator. Just check this statement. Okay, new followed by name of the class you are supposed to mention. So you are making a call for the constructor. Recall the concept of constructor. The default constructor is executed over here whenever the object is created. Please recall the concepts of constructor as well, which you have studied with respect to C++. Anyhow, we will be discussing that by considering our Java examples. So this is very important step, object creation, very important topic from this module. Class declaration as well as object creation with respect to Java. In case of Java, once again I repeat, say in case of C++, object declaration is very simple. You just mention the return type. Return type is nothing but the class name here, because class is an abstract data type or the data type defined by you. Here, with respect to the example, above example, the name of the class or the data type, abstract data type is box, so that is considered over here. Then next is name of the variable, or in other words say name of the instance, or say name of the object. See, name of the object I have considered is my box. That's it with respect to C++. But in case of Java, please remember this is not sufficient, where you need to explicitly define the memory block, that is memory allocation parameter is required. The same concept we have discussed with respect to our array as well. Just recall the previous session, what we have, our discussion in the previous session, that is about the arrays in Java. We have used new keyword. Please recall that. Video description as well as that notes materials are available here in the group. Just go through it. So new keyword followed by once again the name of the class constructor you have to mention. Box followed by open and closing bracket. That's it. Just go through the comment line which creates the box object. See here, which creates the box object. Then accessing the members of the class. So accessing the member of the class is similar to our C++ concept. Mention the name of the object followed by dot operator followed by name of the object, dot operator followed by name of the member, which member you want to access. Here it is. See, my box is the object name. As you can see, my box is the object you have created here. See, here it is, right? Then width is one of the member. Just check your see here, width is one of the member of the particular class, and you want to access that particular member with the help of, it is accessed with the help of the dot operator. Okay, so we have a programming example. I'll come to the programming example. Just watch this video once again, note down the things carefully. We'll discuss the programming example in the next session.